Oh, hey, hi, hello, we are here. Welcome on in. We are missing our Ravnos, but that's okay. Because you know what? We have a very interesting scene that we are going to be jumping into here shortly. But this is episode number 67, guys, titled dot 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 of the end. Um, so we will go ahead, go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing, and go hop into a little bit of a recap before we go into tonight's session. So let's go ahead and start with Warren, who is, I think, actively reading a book tonight.
Yep, I am Warren. I am playing Carter the Tremere. He will be reading a book tonight, as he is not with most of the coterie.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you're not with any of the coterie currently. You're currently hanging out with just Ashley right now.
I am hanging out with just Ashley right now, and I'm actively questioning whether there's any reason to stay and help any of these kindred with anything, or if I should just take my book and go home to Chicago.
How in character for you. Next up, we have Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm playing Dimitri the Ventru, and I can't help but feel a little bit targeted by the thumbnail. My picture, the end. Come on. Come on.
You're the one who jumped on a sun grenade, is all I'm saying.
You're trying to send me a message. I feel like I'm getting called out. That's all I'm saying.
I believe that message is F around and find out, Dimitri.
That's kind of my stock and trade. So
Yeah, so who's really sending the message here is what I need to know. Next up, we have Hannah.
Hey, I'm Hannah playing Eva Hill, the Bruja.
That's it? That's all you got? Eva Hill the Bruja?
That's what I got tonight.
I appreciate it nonetheless. And last but not least, we have Rob.
I'm Rob, and I'm going to be playing Isaiah Davis, our Nosferatu, for this evening. And I think we'll actually see him this time.
Do you really ever see a Nosferatu is all I'm saying, you know? So, as a small recap from last week's session, titled The Beginning, ... Things began to liven up for our coterie? Question mark? As it seems like the past is quickly catching up to them. Whether it's Michael's touchstone, who has gone missing. Michael also continued to receive the text messages of this random string of numbers that you guys have been receiving for quite some time now, probably about a year and a half. But they seem to have come to an end with an address. Michael went to go sort of scope out the area and found out that they wound up at a convention where a bunch of people were sort of dressed up in different costumes and sort of dancing around at this opened street. But upon walking in and making sure they're known and activating so all eyes are on them, they caught the eye of someone who they did not know was around or who it was, but they instantly began to feel hungrier and hungrier. And knowing Carter's capability of this, began to decide that it was not a good idea to stick around. And reach out to Carter and say, hey, I might need your help with this. But they sort of began to get into the car and drive off. On the other side of this very busy street, the Anarch portion of this coterie enters into a old burger restaurant. And standing there, beckoning and summoning Eva, was Caleb. And was trying to reason with Eva and admitted that he did go ahead and quote unquote poison the water hole and began to put his own vitae into the drinks that was served at Elysium to try and save what Costel possibly had ruined. And trying to bridge the Anarch and the Camarilla forces to try and deal with the Second Inquisition. Knowing Eva's current mark, he offered a proposition. All Eva had to do was kill Dimitri and perform the final death, and he would hand over Nessa on a silver platter. There was video proof. Whether or not it was spoofed or not is a whole thing that was sort of being talked about. But nonetheless, after some contemplating and discussion, Eva decided to take things into her own hands. Where combat began to ensue. And as the combat was beginning to start, in a blink of an eye, a stake was ran through Dimitri. But thanks to some planning, the Gorgon scales that Dimitri had set up and made sure was in place melted the stake away, and he was able to regain his consciousness and his ability to move. And that's when combat truly started between both Dimitri and Eva trying to go ahead and dive towards Galeb as he's beginning to pull out these grenades. One of them does get knocked loose on the impact from Dimitri hitting Galeb. And one goes off. And thanks to Dimitri's heightened reflexes, was able to jump on it before before the explosion had gone off. Funnily enough, finding out what exactly was contained within this grenade, as practically pure sunlight radiated from it, causing some severe aggravated damage towards Dimitri. And that, my friends, is where we are picking up. Dimitri, you had just gone as you had just tackled, and that is sort of the reaction of it all. Eva, you are up. You see the explosion of sunlight severely burn Dimitri's body. It doesn't tear through any clothing or anything like this, but any exposed skin that he had is seared heavily, and almost, weirdly enough, sort of looks like Galeb's burns.
If I remember right, I'm behind Galeb, right?
Yeah, you're up on the little bar top above him now, because he is now prone currently, with Dimitri laying on was Dimitri laying on top of him. But you are above him, looking down on this square bar.
If my memory is correct, Galeb is also laying on top of another grenade, right?
He is indeed. Well, because he grabbed it and was pinned down against it. So yes, Galeb is laying on top of another grenade of that capacity. And Isaiah, you do recognize this bright light that comes off, but definitely seemed to be mostly muffled by Dimitri.
And then, does he have one more grenade? Or was it just the two?
You saw Galeb pull both out, but once the impact got hit by Dimitri, he sort of buckled in a little bit, so he's on top of one. I think okay. Dimitri's on top of one as well.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
I'm going to take my stake and attempt to stake the prince.
Go ahead and make a Dex plus melee for me, please. And I believe you have proficiency in, or specialization in stakes, if I remember correctly. He is going to go ahead and try to, weirdly enough, try to dodge out of the way of the staking. But he will have a bit of a penalty to him, as he will also, be in the prone position. It's not super easy to be able to do so. We're still on it. I got 5 successes.
I got 4, and I can't willpower.
Okay. As you jump down with your stake and try to pierce him through the heart with it, you go ahead and rip a piece of his jacket. But he's able to roll real quick as the stake sort of tears the jacket along the inside. Let's see. The individual who attempted to stake Dimitri will go ahead and pull out a gun and try to shoot Eva with it. Because that's the only
I may
person.
regret this. Can I use blurred momentum?
Ooh, remind me what that does, please. 'Cause I don't think we've had this happen yet.
Let's see. Attacks that achieve fewer successes than the user's celerity rating always miss, no matter the result of a defense or dodge test, if any. This also works against surprise attacks or other attacks that disallow defense tests, such as lightning strike. Activating this power requires 1 rouse check, and extending it requires an additional check for each turn it is kept active.
Okay.
It becomes a jittering blur, making it extremely difficult to land attacks on them, even when they are not aware of the opponent or active defending.
So, more or less, if I roll underneath your celerity, it just misses. Is that correct? Without needing to dodge?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Okay. Please go ahead and activate. Oh, 5 hunger, Eva. This is new, uncharted territory. Oh, and I'm so excited to all the wonderfulness that will happen. Sure, let's go ahead and see how the shooting goes. Is 3 underneath your celerity?
Yes.
Perfect. Isaiah, you see Eva sort of shift and becomes hyperactive. You see her just instantly just dodge. As soon as the bullet leaves the gun, is already turning as the bullet goes right past her and slams into the wall. The 2 people that were next to what's his name? Beryl, that was also here, begin to take off running. And those would have been Claudius and I never remember your character's name. Lucas, thank you. Claudius and Lucas begin to take off, go running after Beryl's looking right. That is his turn. That is their turn. Beryl will stand there and do nothing but just stand there menacingly.
He's just standing there.
Exactly.
Menacingly.
Exactly. Then it is Ooh. Actually, I need to check something real quick here. Pardon me, one moment. This is new territory for us, y'all. It only took 67 sessions to get there, but Hunger 5 has been acquired. And of course, why am I not surprised that it's Eva?
She does best the hungrier she is.
So, as well, at Hunger 5, your body is too starved of blood to be able to provide supernatural powers. A vampire can never intentionally rouse the blood while at Hunger 5. So your blood will last for this time, but until it gets to your turn where you would have to reactivate it, you will not be able to reactivate because it's another rouse check.
Okay.
If some other factor forces a rouse check from you, the player must immediately make a hunger test at DC 4. We'll get there if that time comes. I'm sure it'll be fine. Rouse check, rouse check. It looks like everything that is... Yeah, pretty much everything is only bad if you try to rouse check. Or you are forced to rouse check. Or if you're going to sleep, you might end up in torpor for a while. One of the two. But yeah, other than that, you're at Hunger 5. Enjoy those 5 red dice. Caleb will go ahead and go now, as he has broken away from the attempt at the staking, and will do something extremely fun and interactive, I'm sure.
I don't like any of this.
That's probably fair. It's not going to be a good time. I mean, it's going to be a good time, but it's not going to be. You guys know what I'm saying? It is... Sorry.
I do have to admit that I love glancing up and seeing Warren Carter reading his book.
It's so nice. So well in character. You know what? You can get a point of willpower. No, just kidding.
I'll use it to turn the page harder.
Oh, how dare you? He's going to look at you, Eva, and just yell, "Kill Dimitri!" And I need you to go ahead and roll intelligence plus resolve.
I can't read a book now.
3 successes.
Okay. He will go ahead and roll. Oh. That's actually not bad. Nice roll. All hunger dice, too.
Eva couldn't do much better than that.
He will go ahead and rouse the blood to surge. He gets hungrier. Okay. And usually, a dominate command, if it puts you at risk, fails. But for some reason, you just don't care about your own well-being when it comes to this command that was given. You right now feel like you need to do everything in your power to do exactly what Caleb said. Isaiah, you're up.
Oh, good. So, trying to paint a picture of the room because
Yeah.
I'm feeling like we don't have a lot of options. So, we're in a burger joint. There are myself, though they don't know it, Dimitri and Eva, as well as two obviously hostile vampires and one who's standing there menacingly.
Correct. That is a beautiful picture. And the one that's unaware of you that just pulled the gun is in between you and Eva, with his back towards you.
Okay. How tall is this room? Is there any vertical space here?
Yeah,
Or
we're
is it-
talking probably about 11, 12 feet tall. It's plenty vertical.
But like any, it's one story, right?
Correct. One story, just very tall roofs. But they do have these large, like blade fans that are just sort of off currently, but that are up there. They'd be able to like climb and jump onto if you needed / wanted to.
Okay. How far away from the door is, I guess, Dimitri?
Dimitri is currently in the middle of the room. So you're looking at probably, because the game does meters, so you're probably looking at about 4 meters in to this room.
Got it. Okay. Oh, danger, danger, danger. So, tell me how much of this you think would fit in a turn.
Sure.
Could I run to Dimitri, pick up Dimitri, and soaring leap to the door? Soaring leap would go 10 meters right now.
Yeah, that would be able to do. You could get all of that because Dimitri's already sort of laying down, so it's easy enough to sort of scoop and jump, especially with soaring leap.
Could he go through the window?
Well, yeah, you could
Right.
absolutely go through the window if you really wanted to. There
Is
might
the
be some superficial damage involved, but
Yeah, that's fine. Is is there a window that's towards people?
yeah, there's the giant, large pane glass of that it's right out in front of like where the entire like you can literally as you're like sort of scanning and taking in the environment, you could see a bunch of people out dancing, and you did clock the couple people that sort of saw them make note and then continue to like watch. That's on the exterior portion of the burger shop as well. But you definitely have an option to get in and out into public.
So yeah, I think Dimitri would like to run. Isaiah would like to run up to Dimitri up here with his like firefighting axe in his hand and his backpack over his back, and scoop up Dimitri, and then proceed to do his very best to leap into a crowd.
Absolutely. There's no test to go with soaring leap, is there?
No.
Okay, perfect. So you go ahead, jump, and you just catapult yourself up over the bar and smash through this large pane. You go ahead and take it would be 2 superficial, so you drop down to 1 because of superficial damage. So you just gotta take 1 point of superficial as some of the glass cuts you up as you dive through. Dimitri, you don't take any because he goes ahead and blocks you as he sort of goes through it. But you guys go ahead and shatter and sort of roll into the open street. For the most part, it is sort of blocked off, but because of the angle of your soaring leap, you were able to sort of make it past like this little barricade that they put up to sort of separate and let people walk around versus going into the crowd, and you sort of make it roll and you take a couple people out in the process, but you are sufficiently within the crowd as people are dancing and loud music all around you.
Okay, so as he's landing, I think he's gonna start off quietly. Hey, get the hell out of here! That looked like it worked.
Who are you talking to?
You.
I kind of open one crusty eyelid.
That's it. Yeah, she's gonna come with you. You go, she'll follow.
I kind of stand up, looking like burnt hamburger. He's got a gun!
Go ahead and roll either manipulation or charisma.
Yeah.
Plus persuasion. And because of the situation, I will go ahead and give you 2 bonus dice.
Nice.
See, I'm not mean all the time, guys. I promise.
Just most of the time.
I mean, that's how you get good shows, though.
True. No denying that.
Any
Okay, that would
chance-
be 4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
any chance that I can start bleeding, like to blush up, so that the fact that I'm covered in lacerations doesn't look weird?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll to rouse to blush. That will go ahead and wrap up your turn. You get a little hungrier, but now the wounds that have sort of lined your arms now begin to slowly produce blood that come out of it. Eva, I need you to go ahead and make a hunger or a hunger frenzy for me, please. Hey, well, let me double check real quick. 2, unfortunately for you, is not going to do it, as you do smell through the open window the very pungent smell of kindred vitae. As you sort of look that direction, you hear Dimitri yell, "He's got a gun." And then the crowd begins to sort of disperse outwards from Dimitri, and you see your target. Dimitri, you're up.
Well, my plan was to run with the crowd.
Perfect. You go ahead and take off running with the crowd. Any sort of direction you're heading towards. Yeah.
Away?
It's not a pretty run. It's definitely more of a hobble through the crowd. Trying not to get knocked over.
Well, I'm sure people see me go, what the fuck?
Exactly. Just completely fried. But your clothes look nice. They're just nice and like...
Yeah, they're like, what? This guy came this way?
you see a bunch of
Same
people...
cosplay.
Exactly. A bunch of people sort of high-five you as they're running and give you, like, nice job in the cosplay. I didn't realize, like, The Walking Dead was here.
Bro.
Eva, go ahead and make a wits and awareness for me, please. Dimitri, go ahead and roll Dex plus stealth for me as you try to blend into the crowd. Oh, good. Possible bestial failure. I'm so ready.
Eva's on fire tonight with her.
Hey.
Oh, I'm gonna blow a couple willpower. I don't want to die right now. I don't have it in me to fight Eva.
Really? Even on a good day?
Yeah, not no. On a good day, maybe. Not right now. 2?
With 2. Currently, Dimitri is the active vampire. So he is the one winning this tiebreaker. You go ahead and mix in with the crowd. Keep your head down. Eva, you go into a blind rage. And you could feel absolutely every bit of what your clan is known for begin to bubble up, and pop. Dimitri, is there anything else you would like to do besides run?
No.
Okay, perfect.
I am getting the fuck out of there.
I love that for you. Eva, You have a command that was given.
I'm gonna just scream kind of in anger and say, I'm gonna find you. I'm not gonna actually do it so I don't harm myself.
All right. So do you go chasing through the crowd looking for?
Yes. I mean, yeah. I would go looking through the crowd. Kind of also looking for a snack. So somebody who's like by themselves.
I love that. As you're sort of searching around, you do see one person who hasn't started moving quite yet, and they smell very, very delicious. As Isaiah is currently in the process of like realizing what's happening, mostly by himself.
Homeboy's self-preservation instinct is not baked in.
There was just a lot of movement. He's sort of reeling from going through a glass pane. So you have a snack. But you do recognize it is Isaiah.
Is it in the direction like away from the building? Because I would have assumed Dimitri went away from the building.
Yeah, Dimitri did. Yeah, so they like barreled out straight ahead. You see Isaiah in front of you, the crowd running left, right, sort of just like panic, and then in the panic you lost where Dimitri went.
Okay. So do I have enough sense to not want to eat Isaiah?
I'm going to say with failing your hunger frenzy, and at hunger 5, Isaiah's looking like a real good snack right about now.
Hey, whoa, he went that way.
The instant sellout, the self-preservation is there.
Well, then I would have to chase Dimitri because
Yep.
that's the first goal. So.
You see her bare her fangs as she's running toward you. You point off to the direction Dimitri went, and Eva immediately turns like 90 degrees and just takes off running. Okay. As you guys are continuing this chase,
Is there like a blanket nearby or like a hoodie that somebody just frantically left? Or
yeah,
some part of the costume?
there's all sorts of things that are sort of, pieces of costumes are flying off of people as they're moving real quick. So there's definitely plenty to hide, but like inside of, or if you need some sort of cover or anything like that.
Well, I was just thinking, I'm probably not gonna get rid of my fangs anytime soon, so I just want to grab something to like put over my head. To just kind of cover up a little bit.
Love that. Also, I think this is absolutely just the perfect time to go onto the overlay and change just a little bit of some art that we have going on for Eva currently. So just one moment while I get that changed here. But yeah, you go ahead and look around. You easily enough find a oh, that's so good. Absolutely find a hoodie you could go ahead and grab, throw on real quick, zip up, and just cover up. Okay. And you head off in the direction that was given. Let's see. Isaiah, you see the person that was holding a gun sort of walk up to the glass where you went through and sort of look back as Caleb and the person who was just standing there menacingly sort of walk up slowly and begin to sort of watch as then Caleb gets on the phone. looking at you, but just gets on a phone. It is now your turn, Isaiah.
So I think I'd like to get up and give the group of would-be assassins a look, and then just kind of nod and turn and run towards where Dimitri and Eva ran off to. If I can find somewhere, I'd like to duck out of sight and cloak, but probably not right now.
It's definitely going to be difficult. You could definitely try to go ahead and roll wits and awareness to see if you could find anywhere. But with the amount of people that are sort of everywhere, finding anywhere is going to be difficult right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I look like the kind of person who would be trying to murder people in a crowd like this, but for the moment, I'm going to count on everybody being scared and just try to run with them.
Yeah. As you guys sort of... which way are you heading? Are you heading in the same way you pointed Eva and Dimitri, or are you trying to run in a different direction?
I want to run towards where Dimitri went.
Okay.
As far as if I pointed Eva in the same direction, I kind of didn't care.
Very true. You were just not trying to be lunch meat. As you guys are continuing on, let me just check something here real quick. You guys are making me look up rules and stuff. How dare you? The audacity. Okay. As you're making your way through Dimitri and Eva, sort of moving through the crowd, Dimitri running and Eva actively trying to chase as quickly as they can, trying to find Dimitri in this mess. I need both of you guys to go ahead and make the same rule. So, Dimitri, I need you to go ahead and roll Dex plus Stealth. And Eva, I need you to go ahead and roll Wits and Awareness for me, please.
I'm going to go ahead and surge.
Okay. Very fair. Given that Eva can't currently, it's sort of mean, but I respect it.
Is that 9? No.
Roll? Yeah, you got 2. Dex itself.
Okay.
And Eva
Just want to
got...
make sure that was my roll.
Yeah, and Eva got 1. Dimitri, you make your way and sort of break where the crowd sort of dips and like separates as the street begins to open up and you have different opportunities. People are starting to either run out and towards the parking garages or start going just breaking away from everything. And you happen to get around a corner that has like a little bit of an indent to the doorway, and you look by and you could see just the flash of the just a quarter of Eva's face just running and continue to run past. And you've seen the look in those eyes of absolutely wanting to tear something or someone apart.
Where we're at, are there hotels?
Oh yeah, you guys are smack dab in the middle of downtown. You guys have a couple of hotel choices.
I'll definitely make my way into one of those and just hopefully I'll get on the elevator. Hopefully it doesn't require a key card to go up the floors.
Does not.
Pick a random floor and find a door that says do not disturb.
Okay.
And then I'll disturb.
Of course, as you should. Easy enough to do. Eva, the hunt goes on and on and on. And you cannot find Dimitri for the life of you. even tracing to places that you could think he would go. And finally, you feel the desire fade. Not your hunger. Your hunger is still there, but your command seems to have washed over you.
I'll turn back around. From wherever I was at, like I'll go towards where I came from. And is anybody around?
When you head back to you talk about to like the burger place that you were started up.
Burger place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you head
I
back,
mean, I don't want to go all the way back there, but
oh, of course. I mean, there's still as you get closer and closer, you begin to see the reflection off the buildings around the corner of red and blue lights that would be at the place outside of the burger shop.
I'll just kind of sneak in that little area.
Mhm.
I'm guessing there's still like people there,
Uh,
like a crowd.
They're the only people that are there. You can see now there is the process of if you want to sneak around and actually get a look at the scene, you go ahead and like peek your head around, and you do see 3 FBI trucks that are there, and they're beginning to see one IMPD car that is beginning to like tape off.
Okay.
And you see one individual face down with a gun next to them.
Do I recognize the clothing?
No. You do recognize the gun, however.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna turn around again because I don't want to get caught by these people. So.
That is fair.
Is there a? Is our car parked close by?
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna drive back to the 7-Eleven.
You drive, or you get into the car, and on the steering wheel, folded up in a little crevice between the wheel and the horn, you find a piece of paper.
I'm not gonna look at it.
Okay. You go ahead and head back towards the gas station. Dimitri, please go ahead and roll a. I'm assuming you're on the hunt, as it were. You're muted, by the way.
Actually, no.
Ooh.
When I get these people to open the door, I'm gonna shove a gun in their face,
Mhm.
and basically put them in the bathtub, tape them up, tell them to fucking be cool. I just need to go through their shit. Act like a burned drug addict who's robbing them.
I like it.
Keeping it, legit the way I'm all crusty here.
I know a kindred who is actually partial to crusty people.
Yeah, I know.
Crusty Wednesday splitter.
It's exactly.
Are they alone?
Yeah, it's just the two of these two younger guys.
Okay. How long you guys got? How long you got the room for?
Just for the weekend.
Okay. You follow me and I won't kill you.
Okay.
I'll pull off some cordage from the blinds. Tie him up.
Oh, yeah. They go ahead and attempt to tie. You could tell it's not very good, as they probably have not done it before, but it looks honest. Like they're not trying to get their way out and make it easier. It's just not great.
You be cool with me? Let me fucking order some food on your room service and sleep in your bed or something. And I won't kill you.
Oh, sure.
I'll get them tied up and put the sock in the mouth and throw them in the bathtub on top of one another.
Fair.
I'll make no fucking noise.
Mm.
Then I'll take out my burner and I'll call Carter.
Okay. Ruining a book session. How dare he?
Hello?
We fucked up.
Who is this?
Dimitri.
Why do you sound like... Okay,
Because I look like a fucking pot roast right now. Someone cooked with a fucking blowtorch.
Okay, where are you?
I'd rather not stay. Eva's trying to kill me.
That's new.
She's under Caleb's spell.
Is this a safe line?
It's always a safe line.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I need to get unfucked.
But you don't want to tell me where you are.
You know anybody who can help me?
What do you need?
Heal.
I mean, I can come pick you up, I guess.
Can you help me?
Yes.
You can fix it.
I mean, maybe? I don't know. How literal are you being?
Hold on. I'll hang up. I'll take a picture of myself and text it to him.
And I'll just type back, oh shit.
The phone rings. Yeah, no shit.
You look like somebody pushed you out of the back of a car on fire.
Can you fix it?
Bruce, do I think I have any ability to fix this beyond just getting him blood?
Yeah, you don't have any sort of blood magic that would do the trick. You've heard of a ritual that can. You're just not privy to it as far as I'm aware of. Other than that, as from your severe amount of aggravated damage, it was just a very long, hungry process.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, okay. Then I'll text back. Gotta get you someplace safe. Lay low.
I'll call you
Eat up.
back. I'll hang up. I will call Miss Garcia.
Ooh. Right as the third ring happens, and you honestly believe it's about to go to voicemail, the line picks up, but it is silent.
Miss G.
Yes.
This is Dimitri.
You sound less pleasant than usual.
You should see me the way I look.
I don't think I want to, if I'm going to be quite honest.
Look, I could use some help getting my face back unfucked. Is that something you can help with?
Only if you die. At least for my powers.
Okay. You still want Caleb dead?
Well, to be fair, I didn't really want him dead, but I guess, if he's running me out of town, I too can play that game.
All right, I'll be in touch.
My. um,
So at some point while running away, can I duck out of the crowd and send Dimitri a text that says, "Hey, sunshine, you alive?"
He'll get a crusty picture of me giving him the finger in reply.
Okay, I think whatever the hell that was is over. What now?
I don't know. God damn it. Don't know. I'll send him the room number and the hotel that I'm in.
Okay.
Come alone.
Agreed. And I think I'd like to send Eva a text that says, "Calmed down at all?" Question mark.
I'll also call Eva.
Text message pops up first before the phone call.
I'll just put. I think I'll say I think so.
Any chance that I would know enough about how Dominate works to know if this would have worn off?
Do you have the? You don't have any sort of dominate powers, right?
No.
You can go
Just
ahead.
intelligence and occult.
You can go ahead and roll it. It's going to be a DC 4 though.
Okay. Bad.
Would you like to willpower one of your successes and try to critical, or are you happy with the bestial failure?
Not psyched with the Yeah, I guess I'll re-roll a die.
Okay.
Nope.
Nice. One moment, please.
That does turn into a success, right?
No, because they were using one of their success dice and re-rolled it,
Oh,
trying to get that critical.
I can't re-roll my hunger dice,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
were
yeah.
my only failures.
yeah. No, I gotcha.
That's not who I was looking for. There you are. What is your clan compulsion, friend?
Clan compulsion. I know it's on here. I don't know. Sorry, looking.
No, you're good.
So I don't have I have a clan bane instead, I think, is the deal.
You're good. I'm trying to find it real quick. Clan compulsions. You are Nosferatu. Uh, Cryptophilia is the name of the Nosferatu compulsion. All actions not spent working towards learning a secret, no matter how big or how small, receive a 2 dice penalty. Your compulsion ends when you learn a secret big enough to be considered useful.
Okay. For the moment, I'm gonna do my best to not do that, and keep trying to pick up Dimitri.
Yeah. Um, Shortly after you send that text message, Eva, your phone also begins to ring. It is a busy night for phone calls.
I'll answer. Hello?
Hey, it's me. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really hungry right now.
I see you can handle that without my help.
I think so too.
Uh, is I heard you got into it with our mutual friend.
Yeah, there was, yep, definitely a fight that happened.
But you're good now?
I feel fine right now.
Do you still want to kill that friend more than normal? I mean, I understand a baseline amount of wanting to kill him. I get it.
No, the desire does not seem to be there anymore. But I've left the area just in case it's not completely gone.
All right. Well, I don't get food. I'll see if I can pick him up and we can catch up later. Just be safe.
Okay, sounds good. Also, the other one that has been tagging along with us is somewhere around there too. So you might want to find that other friend.
Do we trust that other friend?
Right then, Eva, you come to a stoplight. And the call is disconnected.
Damn it! I'm just gonna throw the phone in the back seat.
Do I think that Eva just hung up on me? Or do I have reason to be concerned?
The way as you like look at the phone, it looks like it was like the call was lost, not that it was hung up. Like you just see that says call lost on the front of it.
All right. I smashed my phone the way Dimitri taught me to.
So proud. Um, Eva, as you come to a stoplight, press on the brake, and you hear a click. As you just hear the eruption of fire surround you as the car goes up in flames.
Is there a sunroof?
There is, but as you realize, what celerity powers do you have that do not require a rouse check because you cannot activate those?
Rapid reflexes or cat's grace?
Okay, rapid reflexes. You realize from this fire that's erupting from under the seat, that explosive is in the process of going off underneath your seat. So you look up, you see there is a sunroof, but you'd have to smash through it to be able to reduce the damage that you're going to be taking. It's still going to be some going through it, just because you can't blink exactly, so you're just being able to move this a little bit faster, so you're not ground zero, but you're still going to be taking some damage from it, that's for sure. But yes, you can go ahead and I'm assuming you'd like to smash through the glass and
Yeah, I'm getting
climb
them all
away.
out of there.
All right. The explosive does go off as you climb up and get out of the vehicle just fast enough to miss the absolute core of the explosion. I need you to go ahead and take 4 points of aggravated damage from the shrapnel that is lodged inside of you now.
Okay.
As you look back, you can see a piece of paper that's falling that looked like got loose from when you were jumping out of the window. That's sort of slowly burning as it's falling to the ground.
Just sitting on the ground. Oh, the damn piece of paper. Okay. And I'll just get up and start walking.
Do you want to go and grab the piece of paper, or do you just want to let it burn?
I'll grab it, but I'm still not looking.
Just dust enough to put it out.
Get all the fire out, stick it in my pocket.
Exactly. Okay. Make a wits and awareness for me, please.
One.
Off in the distance, you see a single person on a phone. So it's just like standing on the street corner.
Do I recognize them?
Not from this distance, no. They got a hood up.
Is there a hotel or apartment building close by?
Yeah, there's a couple of apartment buildings.
I'll go to one of the random apartment buildings.
Okay. As you walk by this apartment building, the breeze sort of hits. And coming from this individual is a clone you do recognize. Hunters.
I don't want to make it obvious, but I'll kind of start heading towards his way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Dex plus Stealth for me, please. DC's going to be 3.
Nope.
Bestial failure? Question mark?
I believe so.
Hunter's gonna die. Snack time.
Always smells like a snack.
Everything goes red as what was stealth turns into rapid footsteps, turns into pouncing, turns into feeding. I need you to make a hunger frenzy, DC 4. If you fail, you fully drain Hunter.
Almost. I got a 3.
Could she surge on that?
No, she cannot willingly
Ah,
rouse
that's
while
right.
she's at
Damn it.
5. as this haze sort of takes over, you begin to come out of it once your hunger sort of subsides. And now that you're coming to your senses, you can see the unmoving body of Hunter laid back, Second Inquisition pistol in his hand, and a letter in his other.
Out of anger, I'm gonna punch the wall that's, I'm guessing, close by.
Yeah, you shatter, like, chunks of this wall just go spattering across the concrete.
I'll put the letter in my pocket. And put the. I'm gonna try to conceal the gun a little bit.
Mhm.
I really have like
Just sort of
pay for anything for that, but I'm just gonna like shove it in.
exactly.
And then I'll pick up Hunter.
You go and pick him up.
Do I know where I'm at currently in Indy?
Yeah, you have a good understanding of where you're at. I mean, you're still within Cam territory, but you're probably like 2.5 blocks from the tower, and you're about 10-ish minutes from the Anarch border.
I'm just gonna start walking towards the Anarch
'Kay.
border then.
You're blushed currently, right? I believe so.
Yes.
You feel the coldness of Hunter. You feel no pulse, eyes closed, but you could see it looks like Hunter hasn't been taking care of himself well. Eyes are bloodshot. Eyes are like around it. It looks like they're red with a little bit of bagging, and some of it's hard to tell whether or not it's from the full feed or before. But you get a flashback as you're sort of walking towards the Anarch border of the first night you met Hunter. And how you were just trying to do a little good with the evil that was put onto you. Eva, I need you to go ahead and take 2 stains. Isaiah, you get the location of where Dimitri is. Is there any preparation you'd like to do prior to heading up to the room?
Nope, I'm just going to head straight there.
'Kay.
I may at some point, I think I will, as I'm walking over there, go PR period space GA period commanded our friend to come after you. You have any idea how long that lasts?
Not a clue.
You think Carter would?
Question mark.
All right. And then before I get there, I text Carter's phone that is in pieces and presumably don't get a response.
Exactly. Weirdly enough, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
So yeah, then I'd just like to make it up to the hotel room yo.
I'll open the door.
Isaiah, for once, it's probably nice not to be the worst looking individual in the vicinity.
You carry a knife with you?
axe.
You any good with it?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to cut my right eye open. It got melted shut.
Jesus. Okay, that's not what I thought you meant. Uh,
Jeez. Bro.
Little
Yeah.
impromptu surgery there.
I hate
yeah,
it.
all right.
Hate it all.
Gentle.
Gentle fireman axe. Exactly.
Very, very delicately.
You sneeze.
There
Achoo.
we go.
Yeah. Can you move? This whole thing sucks.
Agreed. Let me take care of this problem in the bathroom real quick. I'll meet you downstairs.
What's up with
I
that?
open the door and show him the two guys laying in the bathtub.
What do the windows in this room look out to?
A busy street with cars passing below.
I guess what is within approximately 10 meters of the windows?
10 meters. Wow. You could probably actually clear from one building to the other. That's on the other side of the street.
Okay, so then I think I'll go. Anyone see you come in?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be on video, but I mean, nobody saw me come in here. I'm just gonna pay him out and then make him forget.
All right, great. I'll turn around and leave.
Okay.
I'll wait outside the door so that I can hear if there's a bang, bang.
I'll help the two gents up in the bathtub pull the tape off their mouth.
Mhm.
All right, here's how it's gonna go. Reach inside my coat and pull out a wad of cash. Peel off about a couple $1,000. Throw it on the sink. I was never here.
Immediately, both of them look away. Like, nope, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I untie one of the wrists and be like, "You untie him. Don't call the cops.
I don't even know the number for them.
I'm taking your license, though,
That's
just in case."
okay. Great.
Hey,
Mm.
don't do drugs. I'll close the bathroom door and go out in the hallway.
As you are leaving, you just hear them both just break into sobs. As they're wasn't sure how that whole situation was going to go, but they're just glad that that's how it turned out. And you immediately hear the loud thud of the lock behind. So please.
Didn't even bother to untie his legs, man. He just hopped out there.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. You got wheels?
Will in a minute. Let's head downstairs. I can find something. I think ours went away. So
I put a mask on, but I don't have any fucking ears.
it is kind of nice having you here, like as a perspective thing. But let's not do this for long.
Agreed.
Easy enough. You do pass some mortals that are not expecting, and you go ahead and make them forget. So easy enough to go and get it past. Obviously, you guys are going to be on camera, but nothing, at least human, will be seeing you.
Okay. At some point, I'll go, hey, do we care about the cameras? I might be able to deal with that. Not now, but in a bit. You're on mute.
Probably a good idea to give us a good scrubbing if you can.
Yeah, well, sure, but later.
That's what I meant.
Do I know? I guess, I know that X knows where my haven is.
Yeah.
Do I know if anybody else does?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay. So then to Dimitri, I'm not sure, but I might have a place you can lay low for a little bit.
That'll be good.
And then I guess the other question is, would we be able to get there below ground?
Um. hmm. Yeah, that should be doable.
Cool. Then yeah, I'd like to find somewhere to pop open a sewer grate and go, anyway, welcome to my home. Be nice while you're here. And then start leading him underground back to my haven.
All right, you go ahead and take the different sewer lines, as it were, and hop from one to another.
But like seriously though, have you heard from Carter? I need to know how long Eva's going to be under this thing. Like it's killing me to not know.
I don't know when Michael was under the sway. They struggled with it for a while. Oh, sorry. That's a piece of lung tissue. Don't pay that any mind. I can see my rib.
Yeah. Do be glad that that's going to go away at some point.
Fucking hope so.
All right. Well, if you can't figure that out, I'm going to have to figure out how to get in touch with Carter because. And he like stops and looks like he's trying to explain the reason to himself for a minute, and then goes, "Because if we can't trust her, I think we might be screwed."
Hold on. I'll stop. Do I get any signal in the sewer? Probably not, but
No,
just asking.
no.
Didn't know if homeboy here might have set up a underground network so that he could make phone calls from deep within the sewer recesses.
No, was not on the upgrade list. Sorry.
Service down here sucks.
Yeah, I got Wi-Fi at my place. That's all I can offer.
When we get there, we can try calling the 7-Eleven.
What's with the 7-Eleven?
It's his day job.
Okay. All right. Yep, let's go. So, and then the other thing is, when we get close, I'd like to tell him, like, stay. I'm going to go see if there's anyone going to blow it up first.
Good plan. I back way the fuck off.
Take a healthy 5 step back.
Hey, by the way, you still have your party favors? Because we might want to go drop those off at the Prince's when we're done here. Kind of return the favor.
Yeah. Got lots of party favors back at the ranch.
All right. As you do a, go ahead and roll. Intel plus tech.
Okay. Is this about basically the security systems for my haven?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to be at -2 because this is not helping me solve the mystery.
It is not indeed.
Does computer security apply?
Sure.
So -1 total.
Yep.
Three.
You can look in that your security system is fully intact and never had any sort of blip or anything like that.
Cool. So yeah, get there, drop Dimitri off, or I guess I'll hang around. And say, so you talked to Carter, you talked to Michael. You think they're in on this?
No. No. No, Michael's got his own fish to fry right now.
Okay. I guess good thing Caleb summoned me too.
Is that on accident?
I don't think so. I think I was probably going your way, the way he intended for you.
Why didn't he tell you to kill me?
Didn't know I was there.
Interesting.
Glove box Nosferatu.
You love to see it, or don't see it.
How do you feel about being staked for 30 days?
Sounds like it sucks. Is there an upside to that, or you're just asking me about a vacation?
When you wake up, you're not a meat puppet anymore.
I don't know.
He can jerk your leash anytime he wants. Anytime. Day or night.
As long as he's up.
He's old.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really solve the problem. Just delays it. So I firmly believe that the prince of the goddamn Camarilla can find this haven in 30 days.
I'm not saying you stay here.
No, I think that sounds like a terrible idea. I think that we should probably all be looking at where is home.
I owe somebody.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's deal with it. Should I describe the haven? The haven's a little weird.
Yeah, do it. I love it.
So Isaiah's Haven is in a little offshoot of the sewers that looks like it was built as if it was going to be an extension at some point and then canceled. And then he just sort of came in and took over it afterwards. It's basically nothing until you turn and there's a sheet that's like dividing off a section of it from the rest. It's dry, nothing's wet in here. But he's got a little, what looks like a sitting area, which is just a couch and a table that he could put his laptop on it. And then if you go through that room, there's another sheet that separates off an area with basically a lectern that has a laptop opened up on it, and next to it is a Bible and a rosary. It looks like he's built himself a little shrine.
Okay. We gonna make that phone call or what?
Yeah. I'll hand you back one of your burner phones that you gave to me.
I'll give the 7-Eleven a jingle.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, those guys still down in the basement.
Uh.
The party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Get the bookworm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Carter, you go ahead as you're reading a book, enjoying as is. The owner of the 7-Eleven sort of pokes his head in. There's a phone call for you.
I'll just hand the phone to Isaiah. Should be there in a second.
Eva, are you heading this direction as well? When you said you were heading to the Anarch border, or are you trying to go? Because I guess technically the 7-Eleven is within Cam territory. So are you trying to go just out of Cam territory, or?
Yeah, I changed my mind after the whole hunter thing. So I'm just trying to go towards the Anarch territory and maybe try to hit sidelines, but I don't know how far that is from where I'm at.
Oh, from where you are, it's a about a 35-minute drive. So with the walk, it's a hot minute.
What's nearby that I know of? I know of any places around.
Not that's Anarch territory. The closest thing you know that's Anarch territory is the house that Dimitri's brother stayed in for a bit. There's a slight hole portal somewhere leading there, but that's the only other place around that's somewhat like that, you know.
In this neighborhood, is there a lot of cars parked on the sidewalk or
Tons.
sidewalk on the street? Side.
Yeah, tons of cars.
Whatever, can't think right now. I'm just gonna kind of go to each one and just see if any of them open up. Like, try not to be super obvious, but I don't know. Cannot not be obvious.
Exactly. You go ahead and you check through, and you do find one car that was left unlocked.
I'm gonna try to hotwire it.
Dex plus larceny, please. Dimitri, what's an awareness, please?
That's good.
2 successes.
Okay. You go ahead and get this car started.
Is there a DC?
2.
Okay, well, I got 3, so
Nice. On the little coffee table that's in Isaiah's front area, like front room, you can see that there looks like there's a pamphlet left open that does say Midtown Church on it, and it does have a picture of the individual that was sort of waving around and like broke up Elysium.
I'll pick it up and see if it's got like a biography or anything about him on it.
No biography, but it just sort of talks about like the talking points of that week's sermon.
Let's say who he is.
Yes, Pastor Corey.
Okay. After if there's is there a computer or anything that I can grab?
There is in the little shrine area that he mentioned.
That's taking a little bit of too much liberties.
You're not
It is
wrong.
any computer in here is for sure locked.
I'll have to take a little picture of the phone of the pamphlet.
Mhm.
That way I've got all the info so I can look into that later.
Sure. Eva, where are you heading to with this new hot-wired car?
All right. So it's about a 10-minute drive just to the Anarch side,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
35-minute drive to sidelines.
Yep.
And how far to the 7-Eleven?
It's like 8 minutes. It's within within Cam territory. It's like right on the line.
Oh, but like right before.
Right before
the
that.
Anarch side, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna head towards the Anarchs, but like their side. But as I pass the 7-Eleven, I would see if anybody's around.
Yeah. As you're sort of driving by, you could tell a few of the cars are still there that were there when you guys were there earlier. Looked like probably the employee cars. Other than that, it's pretty desolate. You don't see any cars that anyone else has been driving so far.
Okay. I'm gonna park the car for. I don't know. Just go inside really quick.
Okay.
I'll lock the car.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a point of that because Hunter's in the back. So
When you say the back, you're talking like in the back seat, or like talking like the trunk?
sadly the trunk.
Heard.
And is it the same employee as I walk in?
It is. You can see he's yelling down that there's a phone call for someone.
I'll wait till that individual comes up. I'm just gonna peruse or browse all of the stuff around. Snacks.
All the snacks that you
Is it
can't eat
empties,
anymore.
there's Slushies, whatever's there.
Oh,
Yeah, all the stuff I can't eat.
And are you still all lacerated and gross?
yeah.
Yes, but I'm trying to hide it. I'm attempting. Where is the shrapnel?
It's in like your right side of your abs and stomach area. Like it pierced through the whatever you're wearing.
Okay, I can cover that up a little bit.
Yeah, easy.
My blood
Just a
sugar
little
is down.
shrapnel from a car explosion. It's
Yeah.
fine.
No biggie.
Carter, you emerge from your hidey hole to take a phone call, and you see Eva clothes a little worse for wear. Go ahead and roll wits and awareness for me.
Okay, let's
And we'll go
see.
ahead and put the DC at 2. It's definitely like an attempt to hide, but it's also pretty difficult to hide the shrapnel sticking out of the side of you.
It's from Gen Con. It's all cosplay. It's okay.
Exactly.
I don't notice.
Of course you don't. You come up and you see Eva's face as she's barely just over like the top of this this little half wall of snacks.
Oh, good. You're okay. I was worried when the phone call disconnected.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you about that.
Yeah. Cool. Who? Hang on. I guess I have a phone call. Hello.
Popular tonight.
You say he was coming. Oh, hey, he's here. Yo. So we ran into the guy that was throwing the big party.
Sure,
God,
yep.
that was only like 2 nights ago. He did something to E. Made her go after D. You have any idea how long that lasts? I'm trying to figure out if I can tell her where he is.
I look over at Eva. What role for me to try to figure out if I think she's dominated at the moment?
It's gonna be a. If you're trying to see if she seems different because of domination, it'd be wits and insight. If you're just trying to see from your readings how long a domination power like this lasts, it's gonna be intel plus occult.
I feel like so many kindred have popped up with so many powers they shouldn't have. I'm not going to leave anything to just like what I've read.
Right.
So I am gonna do wits and insight on that.
Okay.
What's the DC?
DC is going to be 2. Nailed it. You could tell Eva seems to be in a little bit of pain. But other than that, she seems completely normal. Even relaxed, even.
I am gonna try to not let on that she's just walked through the door. And I'll say, yeah, the stuff doesn't usually last too long. It's probably okay.
How confident are you of that?
Well, I would have to know exactly what the circumstance was, and there's some variables, but it's be cautious, but you're probably okay.
All right. So, Bruce, do you think that that's going to satisfy his cryptophilia?
It indeed would satisfy the cryptophilia 100%. Whether or not you want to share that secret, that is up to you. But you now know that you believe she's no longer underneath the domination power.
So I think that Isaiah is going to say to Carter, thanks, that saved me from Googling it, and then hang up. And to Dimitri, go, you're probably clear. Or Carter thinks you're probably clear. So however much you trust his judgment there.
In this case, not very fucking much.
Well, I don't know. It sounded right.
But you don't want me to stay over?
I think you're probably doing that no matter what I want. So
You're very astute. I need to cool off. My head is all twisted up.
yeah, you should be good here. I'd like to show him how to pull up the cameras and be like, this will tell you if anyone's coming.
Okay.
You're kind of in a corner here, so if they are, hide, but you'll get a little bit of warning.
You look around, there's not a whole lot to
What
hide
the
behind.
fuck am I gonna do? Climb under the couch cushions?
You could try. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what else is going on. You
Yeah,
got my
sure. Hey, can you unlock one of these computers? Watch some
yeah.
Netflix or something.
Yeah, he'll go over to the one on the lectern and then he'll close some stuff and then here.
Thanks.
I think it would probably have been a bad idea to Google it. It felt right at the time, so don't.
What are you talking about?
The I don't know, dominant. I guess the dominant.
You were gonna Google that?
Probably not. I don't know. Again, it felt right at the time.
Bro. Alright, well. Here, I'll hand it back my... Well, actually, I'll break that burner and get a new one out. Here. That way I can get a hold of you.
Cool. Yeah. I'll figure out what the hell else is going on. See if I can talk to Eva.
Sounds good. I'll wait here.
Yeah. Turn around and disappear back into the sewers.
Okay. Eva and Carter, you guys are hanging out in the super dope 7-Eleven.
What car did you come in? Do we need to take care of that?
Yeah, we definitely do.
All right. Are you okay? I'm assuming now that we're like down there and I've had a little bit more time, I've probably noticed that she's effed up.
Yeah, I mean, it's as she's climbing down the ladder, you can definitely see like the part where she like was hiding it is there's a piece of active like metal sticking out of the side of her.
Okay, why don't you rest and Ashley and I will go take care of the car and maybe bring you back a snack?
No, I have to go take care of something that's in the car.
I could take care of whatever's in the car.
No,
What's in the
I want
car?
to do it myself. I'll tell you when we get in the car.
Oh, we're all gonna go?
Yes.
I look over at Ashley.
She's got a piece of shrapnel sticking out of the side. I think she still kicked both her asses. Yeah, I don't know. Sure.
Ashley, are you a doctor or a nurse by chance?
No.
Just hoping.
I mean, you had that one friend, right? Carter?
Oh yeah, I do. Um,
Well,
I mean,
this is just more
I'm
convenient. We don't need it right now.
it's okay. I mean, I'm not trained at medicine.
I don't know what that means. It's kind of scary.
Means I can get the shrapnel out of you if you
Oh,
want me
okay.
to.
Yeah, take it out. Without killing me.
In the basement of 7
No, in the car. No.
Okay, that basement might be better, but okay, fine. Let's go.
Well, whichever one is whatever. Let's go.
Oh.
Is there any like sewing kits in this 7-Eleven? Like emergency little sewing kits?
You know, you look around and you actually see that the owner, still waiting for all these loads of people that's supposed to come for this rave, is in the process of sewing something.
Is it a hobby?
Maybe.
Can I buy that thread and needle from you?
Ye-
I also need some snacks, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, grab a bunch of random snacks from under the counter. Pull out 100.
Yeah, and he sort of slides over the sewing kit towards you.
Thanks. Do you have a bag? This is a lot of stuff for me to have to carry out.
Yeah. And he goes hands onto the flimsy bags.
Bag everything up. Head out to the car.
He looks. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Ever heard of Gen Con before?
No. What is that?
Go to it sometime. You're like 10 minutes away. Next year.
Okay.
Look it up.
It's like a big game convention, cosplay. There's
Oh.
It's a costume.
Weird. Okay. I'll yeah. Well, good costume.
Thanks. Gonna turn around. Head out the door.
I'll walk up to the counter and be like, "Hey, forget."
He looks. Where did I put the sewing kit?
Oh, poor guy.
And we get out of there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna check the keys at Carter. That drive.
Okay, and I'm bad at keeping track of which stolen car, who drove what, where, when.
Mm-hmm.
Carter's car got exploded. Ashley's car we think is safe at her house, but her house may not be safe.
Yep.
We got dropped off here. Michael took the car, and
Yep.
now we have Eva's stolen car.
Correct. Congratulations.
Awesome.
You get a PhD in this group's love for GTA.
we do love GTA. Yeah, okay, cool. We definitely brought a stolen car to a 7-Eleven and called the 7-Eleven, and yeah, that's not a safe
Fine.
reason. Okay. Fun. Bart's gonna be pissed. All right, we pile in the stolen car.
You pile into the stolen car. Where are you headed, Carter?
Well, I guess Ashley probably needs to drive since I got to do backseat surgery.
Perfect. She looks back as you're getting ready to do the procedure. Where am I going?
I'm gonna look at Carter. We need to bury somebody. You got a spot?
What?
No, don't freak out. I don't want her to freak out. Just, do you have a spot?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's the place that we're going first.
There's
Carter
that field
proceeds-
where we buried Jane.
That's a long
No,
drive.
That's a
Carter
long ways
doesn't.
away.
Carter does not assume that this has anything to do with anybody we care about. So Carter takes Eva to the train tracks where he knows you can throw bodies in front of the train because it is a good way to cover up a murder.
was so long
All
ago.
But it was close to the 7-Eleven.
It was.
Oh my
You
God.
go there, and it looks like there's a small white cross on the side, roughly where you disposed of the last body.
Yep. So just pop the body on the tracks, and it'll take care of itself.
I really don't want to do that, but it almost makes the most sense.
All right, let's go carry the body.
Okay. And I'm just like bawling at this point.
Just streams
Like,
of blood are
yes,
flowing
blood.
from Eva's eyes.
Carter is like, what? I think I missed something. Who's in the trunk?
I'll knock on the hood so Ashley can pop it.
Pops it open, and as you round the backside, Carter, you see the lifeless and obviously drained body of Hunter.
What?
I'll explain it later. And now I just want it. It's like a nightmare. I just have to get rid of it.
Okay. I will, I guess take his wallet, anything he's got on him, because Dimitri's taught me a few things.
Mm-hmm. You go ahead, take his wallet.
Good.
It has roughly about $100 in the wallet, as well as a couple of credit cards, ID. Has a phone on him as well. But other than that, nothing too impressive.
I'll
Yep,
carry him over
okay.
to the tracks.
You go ahead and carry him over to the tracks.
It'll be a fast thing because I don't want to, dwell on it.
Of course.
Okay, yep, I pocket all that stuff.
As we're heading back to the car, I would ask Carter for Hunter's phone.
Yeah, we should probably leave it here.
Yeah, we could leave it here. I just want to go through and see if there's any numbers I recognize and see if there's any text.
Yeah, we need to send a text. We'll talk about that in a minute, and I'll give you the phone.
All right. What are you looking for within this phone?
I just want to see if he had any numbers that I recognize or who he was texting, the last few numbers that he, or yeah, who he's texting.
When you're looking at this phone, you check the call history. And as you check through the call history, you can see that he's called roughly about the same 3 or 4 numbers. A collective of probably about 300 times. There's been a couple of phone calls that lasted. The first one lasted roughly about 15 minutes. And the next one was maybe like 3-minute conversation. You do recognize the number for both those phone calls, though, as your sire's phone number. One was the day that, or the day after you left Indianapolis. And the other one was the day that you returned back to Indianapolis. As you're searching through, there's a bunch of other texts. And they're coming from an unknown number. But one that catches your attention. And you could definitely tell, all these numbers he's texting, they don't have any sort of names assigned to them. They're all just numbers. But it's, have you seen Eva? Have you heard from her? Is she okay? What do we know? And then there's this number that keeps texting her, or keeps texting him, that provides pictures of you in different locations. Each location where you saw him off in the distance.
Do I recognize that number or no?
You do not recognize the number, no.
Okay. I'm going to write that number down on my arm.
Okay.
Is there anything else like in the photos?
They're almost all exclusive photos of you and him together.
Okay. I'll toss the phone back to Carter and say, I got what I wanted. You can look through it if you need to, or leave it here, whatever.
Yeah, no problem.
One second, sorry. Right before we wrap up for this evening, everyone, I do want to go ahead and put a bit of a, I think it's content warning. I can't remember what it is or the command. Content warning, though, if what we're going to be talking about for a second is going to be some dark things, and if you need the moment to step away for a bit, this is going to be a little bit of a darker portion of this world of darkness. So, if things like brutality or suicidal messages or anything of this nature is a trigger for you, please go ahead and mute the stream, and we will go ahead and give you guys some time to do that. And we will make also a warning whenever it is safe to come back. All right, Carter, feel free.
Yeah, so I will just type out a message, basically just indicating that he's intending to commit suicide to help cover our tracks here.
Okay. Rob, you said you also wanted to send a text message as well.
Yeah, I think that as Eva is wrapping up her trip down memory lane in the phone, and Carter is handling his business, that Eva, you get a message on your phone that's from Isaiah's number from earlier that says, "Hey, Dimitri's alive. We made it out. He's with me. You want to link up?"
I'll look at the text, like it, and then put a heart emoji underneath.
Okay. With that being said, we'll go ahead and conclude the trigger warning for currently. As we go ahead and pan from the different perspectives that our kindred are currently going through and dealing with. We pan to a rooftop. An individual tied down. Ready. You see a preacher walk up, reach up for his ear. The trap is in position. And that is where we'll go ahead and wrap up for tonight's session. Thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out. Really do appreciate it. It is getting to the end times. We will be back live again for another episode of Indy by Night next week. So thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out. Really do appreciate it. And again, we'll see you guys next week as we continue this terrible, sad place of World of Darkness. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a good night, guys.